Hi, it's Monday today. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you say you're good, and Monday's gonna be good, and this week's gonna be good, and then the energy will flow. Okay, so one of the things I want to talk about today is how to open up your energy. Um, this applies in business so much. It applies with anything that you want in your life and how to do it. So, I get to be reminded of this even though I understand it. I get to go back to the basics and be reminded. So, okay, so I'm gonna tell you a little story that will tell you kind of how it works. So, um, a couple last Monday, I think it was just like a week or two ago. I think it was a week ago. Okay, so I got lucky with my daughter when she was in competition dance. And by the way, this is not about donating to her fundraiser. This is the story behind it to teach you it. So stay with me. So when my daughter was in competition sports, she like in a competition team, we had fundraisers that were always optional for us to do. Like we could do the pizza carts, we could do the Scentsy, or we could do this, or we could do that, and I always opted out. And I just always opted out. I freaking hated them. And obviously had a bad energy towards them. So I needed to fix that. But I just chose out and it was good. It was just perfect. So then my daughter got on a high school drill team. And at that point, I did not have the choice to opt out. And it was just like, Urgh. So guess what? My energy was like frustration towards it, right? So this past week, we opened up her fundraiser and she started doing it. And since COVID, they have to do it completely different this year. Like the things we did, we can't even do. And the schools like put all these restrictions. And so we went to this meeting and I just felt like it got put on me. And hopefully nobody on Drill Team Moms is in this group because it's fine. They all feel the same way, actually, probably. But so whatever. So I was just like, okay, we got to do this, whatever. Well, my energy towards it was like frustration. And so then I opened it back up and I just let it flow. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to like be good at this. It's going to be good. And I opened up the energy. So then my daughter did really, really good. And she got to the majority of her fundraiser. She probably had like $110 left to raise. And then, yeah, Saturday and yesterday I was feeling like super angry and I was just like so frustrated and I realized the energy had shut. I had shut it off from feeling frustration and I had several reasons why frustration came up. First of all, I didn't choose into it. It got like put on me and so that caused me to have frustration. And so the energy stopped. So this is what we do in our life with energy. And so then I was like, okay, I was just mad and I had different things like going through my mind and I was just trying to cope with the emotions and deal with what I'm feeling so I could handle it. Well, then it like all of a sudden I was like, okay, I have to. So I was like praying. I'm like, Heavenly Father, can you just help me let go of the frustration? Just can you take it from me? Let it go. And and then I was like, and just help me with this. So then at that point, I called upon my guardian angels and I was like, okay, I'm opening up the energy for this to just flow. It can be so simple and it can be flow and it can flow for my daughter. It can flow for me and we're almost there. So I don't know why I'm mad. And I don't know why I have to feel so resentful towards fundraisers. And so I'm definitely learning like things in my life that still have to clear and open up energy. So, and since I like do energy, you guys, since I literally am like, this is what I do sessions on. This is what, like, this is my life. I help people in this area. And so I was like, okay, reminded, like, Katie, you know how to do this. It's literally an energy. You send it out to the universe, and when you send out a good vibe towards it, it comes back to you. So open up your energy. So, okay, this is what I did. This is how you do this. And it totally worked. So I was like, I gotta share this story. I didn't think I had to share this story until this morning I was doing a meditation. And then I had an overwhelming feeling to share the story. And so then I was like, okay, I will. So, yesterday well, Saturday I was just frustrated, and like I even called one of my drill team friends, my daughter's friend's mom, and I was just like, we were both venting and just frustration. And then I was like, okay, I know this. I know this is energy. Everything's energy. Everything. Everything. Money is energy. Money. Your relationships, your everything. Like you can clear the energy in your house even. So if you want to do that, you open up the windows. You can distill lime in your house or any like essential oils that has like a clearing medicinal effect to it. And you can call upon guardian angels to clear energy, especially if there was trauma, like a death or a suicide that was in the house previous to when you were there. You need to clear it. My husband blesses the house anyways before we get into it, but calling upon guardian angels, like, and asking them to be at the four corners of your house, like, this is just life. Like, this is how, and I forget that, like, not everybody can do this or thinks like this. And so I was like, oh, I got to share this. So I'm laying out in the afternoon. I was like, okay, it's time to shift. I need to shift. I need to get over this. I need to quit being so frustrated and have a new energy towards fundraising for her. Like, yeah, I didn't have to do it our whole childhood, and we were able to just opt out. And now I'm not, and now I get to choose in, and I could have a good attitude or a bad attitude. That's up to me. So I was like, okay. So I prayed. Then after I prayed to ask Heavenly Father to take away the negativity of it, I then talked to my guardian angels. I was like, I know you're around me. I know you're present. I know you hear me. I know you're there to support me. And I'm now asking you to help me with this. So can you please do this? And you guys, they're all around us. They literally help us with our life every day. And so I was like, just asking them for help. And then after that, I laid down to do a meditation in the afternoon. I had taken my kids skating. My husband was on shift, and he is right next to like a skateboard park. So we could see my husband for a little bit, and the kids could skate and get their energy out. And so I chose to do that, and then just kind of have some family time together. And so we did that, and then we came home. Oh, I was about to make dinner. And then I just laid down, and I'm like, okay, I just need to get rid of this. It feels icky. It feels gross. So if you're holding on to like icky stuff, this is what you got to do. This is part of it. So some people, though, they could have like a generational block to money or like patterns that they got to clear out. But so I opened it up, and I just laid down. I meditated, and I just did a manifesting meditation. I laid in my bed, and or I laid on the couch, and it was just how, like, in the meditation, it was kind of like I was just like laying there, and at this part I was like in this river, and I saw that the river was like money in the meditation. Is what it was. And I have saved some of these on my YouTube. But so I saw that energy could be like water and just flow to you. And so, and I was just like laying there seeing it happen, and it like sticking to me, and it's sticking here and sticking here and sticking here. And it like just kept doing it. And so this is what I did. And it totally, like, after I got done, it was about 30-minute meditation. Sometimes they're 15. It just depends. Every time it's like, excuse me, different. And so I was like, okay, I'm shifting the energy to this. I got to stop staying in my own crap. Like, deal with it. And this can happen if you guys want something in your life. If you're like, I need to do this to help me move forward, but I don't have the money. This is what you do. This is what you do. This is how the second, like, I need to open up clients and open up the door for clients. I just do these meditations, and I ask God, send out my angels, and then back up the next week, it's already backup filled. So that's just how I do it. And it's worked out really well. Like, I recently was able to, it's really fun too when you get to see what you manifest. For me, I don't know why. It's really funny too, because there's a thing called money personalities, and maybe I'll do this on my page. But money personalities is like, you have a money personality, and my husband's more of a saver and I'm more of a spender. And I thought I was a planner spender and not a spender planner. But I'm both. And so you can be both. And my husband's a saver risk taker or something like that. And so, it's what you do when you get money. Like, what's your natural thing to do? And I think you can shift it or change it if you choose to, but what's your like natural way to do it? So, um, anytime, anytime I end up getting stuff, I end up, so like a month, 2 months ago, I ended up buying dirt bikes for my whole family. Like, we got 3 different dirt bikes, and now my kids can ride these dirt bikes, and it's so much fun. And so I like paid them, I like bought all of them, and I like every time I see them now, I'm like, I did that. Like, oh my gosh. And this is just some examples, but when you attract things, it's so much fun. So, like, whatever you're passionate about and you open your line of work to do that, it opens up what you can do in your life. And so you just got to figure out your passions. If you don't know your passions, come to me. I do soul purpose sessions, and we can help you figure that out. So, and in my out of body experience, I saw that we all have to live with our passions. Everybody has passions, and that we came here to do this. So you really need to be living your life with your passions. So, oh, and recently I got one of the other things that I had brought in to my life was, um, so I did this, and lots of clients signed up. And then I bought a sectional for our basement, a huge sectional, dark gray sectional. I wanted new couches, you guys. I was done with the other ones. So guess what I did? I opened up the energy, and in it came. And I just barely got finishing paying for all of them. And it was so fun. Like, I just was like, okay, it's done. I paid for it all. So I'm excited. They'll come in like 3 weeks. They took like 5 weeks to ship, but so this is how you open up energy, though. This is one way to do it. So you'll just open it up to the meditation, and so then it will just flow to you. So yesterday, I'm laying on the couch. I'm like, ugh, I hate fundraisers, right? That was my energy. I hate them. Why do I have to do this? I'm so annoyed. I would rather spend my time doing things that matter in life, not this. But it matters to my daughter. Like, this is what she loves. She's a dancer. She loves it. And she really wanted to be on one of the best teams. And she's very, very much like my husband. Like, she likes to be first place. So she made it on to Copper Hills Azurettes, and they were like 7-time state champions. So it was like a big deal to her. Like, she's very driven. And so, anyways, I just hadn't had to do it in this aspect. Like, we'd done it where it was like sell beef jerky or something. Or like gift cards, but then people get the gift card. So, but I hadn't done it this way. And so anyhow, so I was like, okay, I just got to shift the energy. That's all. I know how to do this. I need to get over myself. So I chose to. Within 45 minutes, you guys, 45 minutes, I had, within 45 minutes, I had a sister of mine donate $50. And of course, it's the sister who connects to guardian angels and has the gift to do that. Of course, they went to her. I'm like, seriously. And I even said that to her text. I'm like, of course, you heard them. Like, and it just, yeah, it was just like, and at that point, it was like 45 minutes later, I just prayed to God. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. And I thanked my guardian angels for helping me. Like, thank you for Callie's sake. Like, because she's been stressing over this. And like, Mom, I have to get to a certain amount. All my friends are here. And I don't want to be one of the last ones. And I'm like, okay, we can do this. So then, last night I had another person. So then she was like, Mom, we had another person. And then this morning I woke up and my cousin Leah had done 25. And you want to know what? My cousin Leah just went through heart surgery, you guys, days ago. Isn't that, like, she's an amazing human being. She just got out of heart surgery and she literally did that. Like, that just made me want to cry. I was like, she has a lot going on in her life. And yeah, like, God is just good. And so when we call upon him for our needs and what we need, and not just what we need, you guys, what do you want in life? What do you want? Like, I wanted new couches in my basement. I wanted a sectional that was the way I wanted it to fit against the wall. So guess what? I got it. And so it's like whatever we want. 6 months ago to a year ago, I wanted to get my brain integrated by somebody. And it was expensive. It was like $1,800. And then I wanted to do my son's. And guess what? It worked. I came up through adding value to the world by what I do, by my soul purpose. So it's literally, what's your guys' soul purpose? Like, what makes you tick in life? What makes you excited? And also opening up the energy to it. So first of all, to open up energy, you say a prayer to let go of this old stuff. Unless you have like patterns in your life of like everybody in your life with money issues, we can clear that. You can call me and we can clear that stuff. But then, and you can also just set the intention, like just go ahead and set your own intention. And then say a prayer to let go of, I'm ready to let it go. I'm ready to give it to you, God. And then after that, ask your guardian angels. You guys, we have like hundreds of guardian angels around us. They're here for us. You guys know what I learned the other day? And some of you are not LDS, and that's okay. But in my religion, we do temple work. And I didn't learn this the other day, but it hit me the other day, more than it's ever hit me before. When we do work for them, they do work for us. And it was like, oh my gosh, this is why it's so important. They help us too. So it's like we then have more angels, because when I was on the other side and I experienced like seeing them, I didn't know who a lot of them were. I knew who a lot of them were, but I didn't know who a lot of them were too. And it was also like relatives, but it was also people who weren't related. And it's because when you do work for them, they show up for you. So it's just so powerful. So if you're feeling like there's something you need to move ahead with in life, open up the energy for it, call upon your guardian angels, and then see it. So like when I'll lay down, when I'm meditating, I will see my light, so my aura around my body, I will see it around my body, and then I'll see it expand out. And my light opens up and others then see it. And then they're like, she can help me. So see your light opening up, shining bright to the world, and your intention is pure. Remember, your intention is pure. It's always to help the other person, first and foremost. Always to give. And then you receive, but it's to give. It's first about the person and helping them. So whatever line of work or whatever you're choosing to do. So yeah, and then you just see it and whenever I do manifesting meditations, this is the visual I get, is just like your light is expanded and opened up, and then it comes to me. So this is called the feminine way of manifesting. Masculine is more like you go out and you get it and you're tough and you're strong and you go and you hunt and you fight for the meat and you go out and you physically do it and you're like more manly. That's like more of a masculine energy to attracting money, and people can do that too. That doesn't work for me because I'm more feminine. And so the way that I do it is I sit back and I call upon my angels and I shift the energy and I wait. I open it back up and I offer my value to the world, my good to the world. And then they accept, they receive, like they feel something within them. I don't know how many times I've gotten messages that say, all morning long you were on my mind and I had to book a session. And it's because I can help them. So my value can help them, but then they can end up benefiting you. And so that's the thing of receiving and opening up your energy to receive. So I don't know if I've ever done a live about this, but for some reason I was like, in my meditation was like, Katie, you need to go teach this. You need to explain how you do it. So I don't know why I haven't done that ever. Maybe I have. I don't know. Sometimes I don't remember all my lives. But so I know this is getting long-winded. So if there's something in your life that you need, go do this. Go do these same steps. And then you open up your energy and you trust in God for it to come. That's what you do. So the second I get my mind on something, I'm like, okay, I need this. And guess what? It's okay that you want that. Like, God doesn't want us. If you have beliefs like, I can't have what I want, I only can have what I need, I have to live a meager life, that's issues with money. So I want you to open up, like, God wants us to have what we want. He wants us to better our lives to the best, right? If you have money, you can do things with money. Like, you can help your life in so many different ways. And so it's a righteous thing. It's the way we perceive it. It's kind of like when I go to help somebody, that session is about helping that person first and foremost. And so it's your intention about it. So anyhow, I hope that helped today. And if you watch this, I would love to hear if you've done this, If it's helped you, I would love to hear your stories. Also, if you're watching replays, do hashtag replay. And so, yeah. Okay, I hope you all have a good day. I'm glad that I chose to actually share this because I was a little bit hesitant. I'm like, ooh, I don't want people thinking like I'm asking for them to help my daughter's fundraiser. And God was like, no, it's you teaching them how you open up energy. That's what it is. And so anyways, and I'm just so glad she's literally like almost to her goal, and God is good. But guess what? I had to shift. I had to let go of the anger. I had to get rid of the blocks that were around me, the stuck energy, and just open up to receiving. I will say one good thing about my daughter is she always receives. Like, I don't know how, but every time I turn around, I'm like, where'd you get that money? She's like, I don't know. Where'd you get that money? How'd you pay for that? I don't know. It was in my room. I'm like, wow, she is a freaking manifester. Like, it's so awesome. So, anyhow, today she actually texted me from drill team. She has 5-hour practice. You guys talk about working hard. 7 in the morning till 12 o'clock. So sometimes when she gets home, she'll like crash out, and she is one dedicated girl. That girl teaches me hard work. Like, I go to 1-hour class at the Vasa or at the gym, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm done. I do not know how she does 5 hours. It's crazy. And it's Monday through Thursday that she does that. And then sometimes that's through the summer that she does that. So, and then through the school year, she has to put in 8 hours of school on top of that and her social life. So it's just kind of crazy. So interesting what each of our children will teach us. So anyhow, another thing I opened up the energy for this is, I'm looking into homeschooling my children. Not my oldest, but my other two possibly, and for 100%